Modern Nomads is a weekly program about Kazakh compatriots who try to save Kazakh traditions for the current and next generations. And for those who are interested in the culture and history of ancient Kazakh nomads, watch us every week on Kazakh TV.
The horse is the real friend, and the fastest payrak, which is a winged horse from fairy tales, of the Kazakh nomads. Since ancient times, our people used to ride the horse and drink kumys. The lands from Altai to Atrau is the motherland of the quarter horses. That is the reason why any Kazakh child has a great enthusiasm for horses. We love horses.
Atqa әуес құмар болдым. Әкеммен кешіп жүретін, әкем қалпоздан мұрап болып істеді.
I got interested in horses in my childhood. I used to ride a horse with my dad. My father worked as a mirab, which is a specialist in the field irrigation, in a collective farm. I used to follow him everywhere. And then I grew up and I got married. At that time, we drove a tractor and we shepherded animals. We did the work of the farm, and then I became a sheep herder. 10 years later, my wife passed away. Muratbek Ata is a professional trainer of the steppe. He trains horses with ancient methods. The horse became his companion in childhood. Growing up, he started guarding horses. All of this aforementioned is the traditional hand of the child from his parents. All of this aforementioned is a tradition handed down to the child from his parents. Horse breeding is our great-grandparents' business. Separating shares from business, they sped many attractive horses. They took part in horse races and won many times. They didn't even forget about the dull black horses. When they are reminded about it, they look backwards. In 1976, I started to feed horses. I fed them for several years, and I got many mares. I came to the agreement with the manager of the racetrack. I fed his mares and male horses. I fed and I trained their fowls, and after they joined the race, the male came from the race. We read a lot about his name, particularly in the magazine Joly. When the district manager, Samasai, sold Turar Raskulov's black horse, it was drowned in the water of Talgar, and he was upset and cried. I took the name of the horse Dull Black Horse. At that time, the horse race took place in May. Our summer pasture was in Kanirtobe. Behind it, there is Kyrgyzstan, and we used to go to the Korday region. From the other side, the Kyrgyz people came. The Kazakh people went there from the second side. The horses joined the race. My horse was always the first. The horse is a sensible animal. That is why the older people say that a horse is good to ride and its milk is the perfect drink. They praise the horse for these reasons. Kumys is the best curative medicine for plenty of health problems. Our ancestors could recognize the benefit and made drinking kumys as their tradition. For 6 months, Kazakh people shook kumys and drank it. There are many types of names of kumys. This is the outcome of loving and caring about horses.
Бұрынғы бір аңыз әңгімелерден шалдар айтып отыратын бұрынғы бір мықты кісілерді жылқыменен сөйлеседі екен деп.
In ancient times, our grandparents told us many stories about horses. They even had to talk to their horses. They said that horses could move their lips. As you know, Kazakh people are associated with keeping livestock. The horse has been spiritual for our people, and they took a lot of care of them. The Kazakh people think that they are holy. If you ride it, it can give you wings. The meat and milk of the horse are both beneficial. They are useful, and that is why our people think that it is spiritual. Newly drawn milk is beneficial for the lungs and also for the bronchial tubes. There are some types of kumys such as danen, besti, and kunan. Kunan is 1-day kumys, danen is 2-day kumys, and besti is 3-day kumys. Kazakh people who always had livestock are rich in traditions. They have a tradition called kumys-murundyk for the horses and uyz, ashar, for cows. Kumys-murundyk is a tradition which takes place for the whole summer. This is a tradition which makes people and relatives come together. The village which had kumys-murundyk organizes a toy. They conduct goat-dragging games and kuz-ku, catch the girl, a Kazakh traditional game. And local wrestlers fight and demonstrate their power. Nobody can forget such a party. It is full of various ceremonies.
Jel tartat. Jelge kulundu baylayt noktalap.
They rope. The fowl is tied to the rope, and then the mare is milked. The milk is put into the kubi. Kumys-murundyk is a ceremony when the mare is milked for the first time, and the kumys smells well. It is called kumys-murundyk. Neighbors are invited to try the kumys. That is a Kazakh national tradition.
Kumys-murundyk, söyle körçü olanlarını çağırıp, birinci baştan kumys-murundyk deydi. Sonday Kazakh'ın özünün salt desturi oyun.
Kumys-murundyk started early in the summer and lasts until autumn. On the first hand, it is fun, and on the other, it is a method of treating people from different diseases. This is the reason why it is celebrated widely.
Kumys-murundyk men айтайын дегенім бұл Қазақтың үлкен мейрамдарының бірі. Бұл мынау
Kumys-murundyk is one of the greatest holidays of the Kazakh people. This is one of the holidays which is celebrated together with Nauruz, Korban Ayt, and Orza Ayt. It is a tradition coming from ancient times, associated with keeping horses. Kazakhstan is the motherland of horses. Horses have been trained in Kazakh's land for 6,000 years. Thus, it is one of the holidays celebrated since ancient times. This holiday has various names in the regions of Kazakhstan. For instance, in Zhetasu, western Kazakhstan, it is called kumys-murundyk. In central Kazakhstan and Saryarka, it is baibao, or bai-murundyk. However, they have the same meaning. Kumys has become our custom, and there are many traditions according to this national drink. There are some national games which take place during the kumys-murundyk, which are kubi baygye, kese baygye, and meshke jarys. In past times, specialists criticized not only the horse, but also assessed the taste of the kumys. If the kumys is soft and nutritious, it is associated with a mare which ate wormwood of the high mountains. If the drink is acidic, it is considered that the horse was fed with steppe grass.
Қымыздың ыдыстарының өзі Қазақта толып жатыр ғой. Айман шолпан жаңағы жырында қарасаңыз.
There are many types of dishes for kumys. If you read the poem Ayman Sholpan, there is a phrase that Maman Bai brought a water skin. The skin of 4 horses can be 4 horses. The skin of 1 horse is the foot. So 50, 100 pails of leather bottles are brought, and strong men shake milk riding their horses. Then the winner gets a prize.
Қолының қаруы бар, сол пісіп тұрып, сол осындай сабалардың жүлделер беріледі. алғашқы қымызды мына әйел адам ішеді. Неге десең, барлығы мына әйел.
The first kumys is drunk by a woman because productivity comes from the woman. The first ceremony of kumys-murundyk starts with it. The oldest grandmother of the village, who had many children, tries the first milk. That is the first picture of kumys-murundyk. Then it continues.
Бірінші қымызды ішкізеді екен. Бұл осы kumys-murundyk мейрамының сол басты көрінісі осы. Бірінші содан басылады.
This tradition has been left behind. However, Kazakhs are not going to lose their traditional drink. Horse milk is beneficial and good for treatment of various diseases. That is why Kazakhs involved kumys in this tradition. They established the rules of drinking kumys. That is one of the ways to preserve our national heritage.
Kumys-murundyk мейрамының басы сол жаңағы.
If kumys-murundyk starts with milking a mare and finger pointing, at the beginning of September and the middle of September the ropes are unpinned. Fowls and mares are fed. In the end of kumys-murundyk, a special ceremony, Sergei Zhiyar, takes place. People share the last kumys and drink it. An old woman of the village drinks the last kumys and wishes her best wishes to be safe until the next murundyk, which will take place in the spring.
Бір апа әже ішіп, тауысып, осы қымыздың соңы деп, енді келесі көктемге, келесі жаңағы kumys-murundykқа дейін аман болайық деп сол тарасады екен.
Ahmet is a doctor of historical sciences. He is the author of a book about horses. He is the one who knows the science of the Kazakh people as well as horses very well. He also grew up in a horse village. That is the reason why he could not move away from horses. Now he has been living in Almaty for 30 years, but he misses the smell of horses. He always dreams about horses and mountains.
Шекарада тұрғанда кешке жақын мен үйден келдім, 2-ші класс оқитұғым. Шамның басымен отырамыз ғой, шамның басы бір не дейді, сол үйде сынып қапты да, мына құмның астында бір кісі отыратын, жаңағы малшы. Соның үйінен шамның басына әкеле.
When we lived on the border, one day I came home late. At that time, I studied in the 2nd grade. The lamp was broken and there was a shepherd in the hill. I was asked to bring a lamp from this shepherd. They put me on the horse and I had to ride it. I rode to this place and I brought the lamp. It was tied to my gape strap. When I came back, I lost the way. I studied in the 2nd grade. I was 8 years old, so I started to cry and I lost the way to my house. I rode somewhere and there was sand everywhere. Then I remembered. Being tired, I fell asleep. I noted that the horse got on and made some stops. It brought me to the house. The horse is a sensible animal. It can understand my psychology. I frisked with him, but I couldn't find my place. At last I cried and the horse brought me to the house.
Жылқының жаңағы есті жануар. Өзінің жаңағы менің де жаңағы психологиямды бәрін біліп отыр ғой. Анда мында шаптым, таба алмадым, бақырдым, жыладым, сосын аяғымды үйге алып келдім мен сол.
The term nomads is close to the word traditions, because horses are ridden by Kazakhs and the yurt that they build, as well as summer and winter pastures, are full of traditions. Thus, the way that our ancestors followed is close to science and not opposed to the laws of everyday life. In the platform of the eternal state, the Kazakh traditions will not be left behind.